What it is? What's up? Got you in the club. What it? Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. And in this video, I will be doing a part 2 of my unpopular opinions video. So stay tuned. I'm gonna be turning, keep holding me down. Alright, you guys, I'm gonna jump right into it. We're not wasting any time. My first unpopular opinion, which it shouldn't even be unpopular, but whatever. Real friends do not count favors. Dare I say it? If I consider you my friend, that means I have a connection with you. I have a relationship with you. I care for you. I love you. So if you genuinely need my help with something and I am able to help you, I am doing that out of the kindness of my heart, not because I'm expecting you to give me something back for it. That is not how that works. If you want to be a decent human being and be an actual friend, you do things out of the kindness of your heart, not because you expect something back. So stay away. I cannot stress this enough. Stay away from people that count favors. And whenever y'all get into an argument, they try to throw it in your face and be like, oh, remember when I did that? Remember when I did this? Stay away from those people. Those are not true friends and they do not have your best intentions in mind. My second opinion is reboots are corny. I hate to be the one to say it. I hate to be the one to say it, but reboots are so corny. I don't know what it is. I don't know if this new age comedy, I'm not sure where the disconnect is, but like all the reboots we are getting, like the Proud Family reboot, the Fuller House show, the Full House reboot, it's just, they're so corny. Like, don't get me wrong, I don't hate them. I don't think they're the worst shows out. They can be entertaining. Not all reboots are bad, but more times than not, they're just really like corny, and it's kind of like the humor is outdated. It's kind of like, this is not funny. Like, it doesn't give the same feeling that it gave when you were that age, when you were younger and you first watched the show when it first came out. It just never gives that feeling again. And I don't, like I said, I don't know where the disconnect is. Like the That's So Raven tone. I like that show. I actually like that show. But it's not, it doesn't feel like That's So Raven. I feel like these reboots, are trying to like trying to tap into that nostalgia factor. I think that's all they're relying on is nostalgia. So they're not really pumping out quality content. They're just hoping people that watched this show when they were younger, oh, the nostalgia, I remember that, let me tune in. That's what they're banking on, which I mean, it's working because they keep making these reboots. But reboots have just been so corny lately to me. Third opinion, children do not belong in the entertainment industry. I hate to be the one to say it. Now, child stars has been a thing since the beginning of time. I know that. And it's completely crazy to think that child stars are just going to stop completely. You would have to be naive to think that child stars are just not going to happen anymore. I know it's going to be a thing forever, so there's nothing we can really do to stop it. Maybe. But I know it's going to be a thing. But I think that children, and I mean like minors, actual children, should not be in that type of environment. All this, like, think about all the stories that we hear about child stars who die at a young age or who have addictions or who just go through really horrible things in that industry. Children do not belong there. They treat these children like adults. These are babies. They're not adults, but yet they treat them as such, and they start looking at them as adults, and they start treating them as adults and start doing adult things. It's horrible. I believe children do not belong in the entertainment industry whatsoever. The entertainment industry can be a very toxic place, and that is no place for a minor whatsoever. Some adults can't even handle the entertainment industry, so why would this 7-year-old child know what to do? Children do not belong. That's just my opinion. My next unpopular opinion is horror movies are the best genre of movies. Now, that could just me being biased because I just really love horror movies. They're my favorite genre, obviously. That could be just being biased, but And also, people might argue horror movies are the same. You know, they all have the same kind of plot line. They always got that same kind of like stereotypes, you know. I don't care. When somebody makes a good horror movie that genuinely has you on the edge of your seat and has your labored breathing, I think that is so much better than a good comedy or a good drama. When you watch a really good horror movie, like think about the best horror movie you have ever seen. It doesn't have to be like the scariest or the one with the most jump scares. Just think about the best horror movie you have ever seen. I think that trumps the best comedy or best drama you've ever seen. That's just me personally. Don't argue with me, argue with the wall. My next opinion is the music industry is dying. Y'all, I have not been excited for a music award show in years. It's been years since I've actually cared about tuning into a music award show. And that's because the music that's been pumping out lately is very mediocre. The vocalists, I use that word very loosely, the vocalists that we have are very mediocre. We don't have true singers anymore. I see people debating on the internet about what makes you a good singer, why, like what can you do to be a good singer? Bottom line, a good singer is somebody that can sing. Simple as that. Nothing more, nothing less. If you can sing, you're a good singer. And I just feel like, I'm not saying the girls or the guys, these and thams, I'm not saying they can't sing now, like all of them, but they're not vocalists like we used to have. We don't have vocalists anymore. Nobody is putting in bodies of work. Like nobody's putting out full-length albums. We get quick little singles and that's it. Like I want to listen to a body of work. That's why I am so relieved we have my good sis Beyonce Giselle Knowles Carter still in the game, because that Renaissance album gave me everything that I needed. Love her. But I think the disconnect with the music industry now versus 10 years ago, I would say, the love of music. I feel like now people are making music to make money and to gain clout and attention. Nobody has that love of music. Like they just want to make a quick little single. Hopefully it goes viral. Hopefully they make a lot of money off of it, and then that's it. Nobody really goes to the studio and wants to pour out all of their emotions and really connect with the music. I just don't feel that anymore. All right, my next opinion, kind of keeping on the same topic of music, my next opinion is K-pop stans are freaking insane. Now, I don't know if any of you know, but I am a K-pop fan. Love K-pop. But these K-pop stans are literally crazy. You tell them you don't like their favorite artist or group, they're sending your IP address out. These stans do not play about their groups and about their soloists. They do not play. And like, I get it. If someone, well, let me rephrase. I understand you being upset, someone talking trash about your favorite artist and just being unnecessarily rude to that artist or making fun of them. I get it. But the way y'all take it so far is unnecessary. Like, I am on K-pop Twitter, and every day I see the girls arguing. People are arguing on Twitter. First of all, Twitter is hell. But I see people arguing every day on Twitter, and it's the stupidest things ever. I'm like, y'all are letting these K-pop boys and girls ruin y'all. Why are you going so hard for a person that doesn't even know you exist? Or even if they have met you once, they probably don't even remember the interaction. They probably meet hundreds of thousands of people a day. Why are you going so hard for a stranger? It's giving mental illness. My next opinion is let cashiers sit down. Let's be so for real. Let's be so serious with ourselves. These corporations, let your cashiers sit down. What person is gonna walk into a store and cause a frenzy because they see their cashier sitting down? These people are standing on their feet for hours a day. They should be able to sit down for more than 30 minutes to an hour. That is literally insane to me. And y'all wonder why they complain about back problems and knee problems and feet problems. Y'all have these people standing on their feet for 8 hours a day. That is literally insane to me. Let these people sit down. And if somebody is walking into a store and is mad because somebody is sitting down, that person is literally crazy. Kick them out. Like, why are we so hell-bent on making these people uncomfortable, these associates that work for these big corporations? Why are we so hell-bent on making them uncomfortable? We have all these rules for them. Oh, you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't. Why? Like, who was this hurting? Let them people sit down. I feel very passionately about that because I work customer service, or I used to work customer service, so I understand. Let them people sit down. My next opinion is being late is rude. I don't care how you flip it, turn it, twist it. Being late is rude. Now, let me say this. I understand if something like really did come up and you have no control over it, because life is crazy. Life happens. Life gets in the way. I get it. So if something really does happen and you have no control over it and you let that person know, hey, yada, 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 I'm going to be late, that is so fine. Like, that is completely different. But if you're constantly late and not giving an explanation as to why, or not like letting the person know ahead of time, hey, look, I'm going to be late, or I just got stuck in traffic, or I just got pulled over or whatever, so I'm going to be late. If you're just constantly late and it's for no reason other than because you're just getting ready, I feel like that is so incredibly rude. If we have plans at a certain time and I'm telling you, be here for this time, then that should tell you, okay, well, because you know how long it takes you to get ready, right? Right. So that should tell you, okay, we have to be here at 1 p.m. Okay, I know I take a couple hours to get ready, so let me start getting ready now. I just feel like constantly being late without a legitimate reason is rude, and I don't like it. Why does that person have to sit around and wait for you all day because you can't get your stuff together as a grown woman, man, whatever? Why can't you get your stuff together? Why are you always late for no reason? I feel like that's rude and inconsiderate of other people's time, because obviously I feel like more times than not, they give you a specific time because that's the time that they have free in the day. So it's like, respect people's time, be on time, stop being late unless you have like a legitimate reason. Something came up, life happens, I get it, but stop being late, please. My next opinion is stop going on trips if you don't have money. I mean, need I say more? Should I have to explain that? Too many times I have seen friend groups fall out on these trips, especially to Miami, because somebody doesn't have money to do this or somebody wants to split the bill. Why are you, as an adult, going on a trip knowing you don't have the funds for it? Let's be so serious. Let's be responsible people. And if you know you do not have the money for it, don't do it. Why should I have to suffer because you, as an adult, decided to go on this trip knowing you were not fully prepared? Stop going on trips if you do not have money. Thank you. Now, my next opinion might get some of y'all mad, but it must be said. If you smoke every day, you have an addiction. And you know what type of smoke I'm talking about. Yeah. A lot of y'all like to say, oh, I can quit anytime. I don't have an addiction. Well, then do it. Why do you do it every day? Like, y'all genuinely do not believe y'all don't have an addiction. You don't smoke for a couple days and y'all act like y'all gonna go, oh, I need to smoke. That sounds like an addiction to me, babe. Call me crazy, but that sounds like an addiction to me. You having the need to smoke every day, or you can't do this, or you can't function, that sounds like an addiction. I think it's time y'all admit that to yourselves. Smoking every day is an addiction. Feeling the need to smoke every day is an addiction. And the minute you can't do it, you start freaking out and going crazy. Yeah. Let's call a spade a spade. I mean, that sounds like an addiction to me. My next opinion is it's okay to have boundaries. It is okay to have boundaries. If you lay your boundaries out and tell the person, hey, do not cross this line, and they cross that line, after you explicitly told them not to, it's okay to tell that person off or cut that person off. You told them your boundaries. They decided, fully aware of your boundaries, to disrespect that. I don't care if it's best friend you've been having since childhood. I don't care if it's a family member. I don't care if it's the freaking Pope. They disrespect your boundaries. You no longer have to have that person in your space. It is okay to have boundaries. Don't feel bad. Don't try to be a pushover or a people pleaser. No, lay your boundaries out. Tell them you cross this once, you're done. It's okay to have boundaries. And on the same token of it's okay to have boundaries, my next opinion kind of goes into that. Tell somebody something once. And this is especially for relationships, but it doesn't have to be like romantic relationships. It can be friendships, family members, whatever. You tell somebody, hey, this is what I'm looking for. This is what I want in whatever relationship that it is. I don't like when people do this. Don't do that. You tell them that you lay it all out. As soon as that person does something that you don't like, or you have explicitly told them, don't do that. Like, I don't like when people do that. This is what I'm looking for. As soon as they disrespect that, bye. Bye. I shouldn't have to keep repeating myself to you. And I see it a lot in relationships. Like, if you tell your partner, I don't like this, and they keep doing it, you shouldn't have to keep repeating yourself to let them know, stop doing that. Tell somebody something once. As soon as they show you who they really are, bye. Cut them off. Thank you. And my last opinion, there will never be another king of pop. There will never be another Michael Jackson. Stop the discourse. Stop the conversations. Stop the arguments. Michael Jackson will always be the king of pop. Nobody's ever surpassing that. And for y'all to even consider Harry Styles, now look, all my Harry Styles fans, do not get mad at me. I was a directioner. Don't get mad at me. Do not get mad at me. But to compare him to Michael Jackson, I'm offended. I'm offended for Michael. I'm offended for his family. I'm offended. There will never be another Michael Jackson. There will never be another king of pop. And I said what I said, and I'm sticking to that. Thank you. All right, you guys, that was my unpopular opinions video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And let me know down below in the comments how you feel about my opinions, or tell me some of your own. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.